Jim Egan has been a sacristan at Good Shepherd Church for a long time.
Since 1951.
He was 14 and lived down the block from the church when he was first asked to work during a wedding.
I started just by sweeping the rice in front of the church and worked my way in. And then I did the candles on a Sunday afternoon because we had to clean them all out and start fresh.
67 years later, Jim still lives in his childhood home. And since that wedding, he has set up and cleaned up for thousands of masses.
We don't survive on the weekends here without Jim Egan being around.
Father Thomas Doyle is Jim's 5th pastor at the Marine Park Brooklyn Church. He says Jim is a staple.
He seems to be the center part, the foundation, the cornerstone of the parish.
Even as Jim served in the U.S. Army for 6 years, he returned to Good Shepherd whenever he was home.
I was back over there and make a couple of bucks so I can buy ice cream or something.
Jim later worked in finance and is now retired with his wife Mary. She says they are happily married, but the only time they fought was early on in their relationship, 45 years ago.
Mass on Saturday night was 7:30, so by the time he got home was 9 o'clock. And that's when there was the arguments.
His job may have gotten in the way of the relationship, but not his faith.
I finally realised this was not a job for Jim. This was his life. And I thought, I cannot take that away from him.
Jim even received this special blessing from Pope Francis for his dedication to the church.
And the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Today, Jim notices younger generations of Catholics aren't filling the pews during Mass like they used to.
What happens is the parents aren't going to church, so why should the children go to Mass? That's the whole thing in a nutshell.
But even as Mass attendance declines throughout the church, Jim is there.
I get back almost every week there. I mean, how many times May ever says, when did she quit the job? She tried and she finally gave up.
This is his whole life. And I'm all for it.
In Marine Park, Brooklyn, Tim Harfman, Currents News.